is Patty, and I am back with another one. I didn't do the chicken earlier, so I'm just gonna be here just with a quick pop up. Let me get the iPad going over here. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Okay, hello, Bud Files. How are you? Let's see what we got going on. Okay, welcome in, welcome everybody to the chat. I started this earlier, but I didn't get around to the chicken, so I'm just gonna come back and show you something quickly and how I'm going to do the chicken and pop it in the oven. Hello, Shanita, how are you? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Charlotte, Urban Gardener, I'm sorry. Latanya, Cooking for the Soul. Welcome in. I'm back to show you how I'm going to do the chicken. If you were in the live earlier, I cooked some collards, some butter beans, some cornbread, and I have the chicken that I didn't cook. I have it soaking here in vinegar water, and it's been soaking for an hour. And I am going to pour this water off and rinse this. Okay, I will be using the colander to rinse the chicken off in cold water. And once I get it all rinsed well, I am going to season, put the spices in. But right now, I am rinsing it off so it won't have that vinegar taste. I'm washing it off. And guys, let me show you the seasonings that I'm going to use. First off, I have my cast iron skillet, and I am going to show you what I have in it. Okay, I have just a little bit. I'm going to sear this chicken before I put it in the oven. So I have just a little oil. This is the oil that I'm using. And I put a heaping tablespoon full of Smart Balance in here with the grapeseed oil. And I'm going to sear it. I have my temp on medium, low to medium. And I am rinsing off the meat really well, and I am going to dry this meat with paper towel. And this is the pan that I will be using to bake the chicken in. But first, I like to sear my chicken a lot of times so that it will get a little brown. I'm going to put some foil in this pan, and I'm going to cover it. I have my oven set at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm rinsing this chicken very well. Let me show you the seasonings that I'm going to use. First off, I am going to put some olive oil on the chicken so that the seasonings will stick. This is one spice that I will be using, sazon. Using this one, I am using Chef Paul Perdone's Magic Poultry Seasoning. Nice flavor. A little bit of Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning. Roasted garlic powder. Onion powder. a little smoked paprika, and a little bit of pepper. Okay, so let me show you the next step. I'm going to use paper towel. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Nate the Great, Queen B, and two. Everybody, Cowboy Muse. This will be a quick one. I am just going to show you how I will be doing the chicken. And I have some paper towel in here. I'm going to dry it off with the paper towel. Going to do a few pieces at a time because I'm not going to be able to put all of this in the skillet at one time. So I am going to just try and dry it, absorb some of that water. Put on my gloves. And got my kitchen gloves that I'm putting on. Okay. Remember, these are 3 packs of chicken. So, okay. Got it in this bowl. Trying to absorb some of the water from the chicken. Don't want it to be wet. Gonna do just a little bit at a time. Okay, just kind of pat it dry. Turn this down. Just patting it dry as I can get it. Okay, and here it is. This is the first batch. And I am going to put some oil over it so my seasoning can stick. It's just a little drizzle of olive oil and a little bit of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. I haven't put this glove in. And this is some paprika. Garlic powder. I think I put the onion powder. Gonna put some Paul Prudhomme's poultry seasoning in here. And some Sazon. Here it is. See that? I'll put some of this in there. Okay, I'm gonna take this hand and mix it all around. I don't think I put any pepper in here, so I'll put some pepper in. And just use the seasonings of your choice. Don't mind the seasonings that I use. Use the seasonings that you like. Okay, let's put some pepper here. Gonna take my left hand and put some pepper in. Okay. Since I've kind of moved it around. Okay. Just gonna really mix it well. When I get ready to put it in the oven, I'll put a little bit of chicken broth in the bottom of the pan. This is kind of what it's looking like with the seasonings. Didn't put any of the salt in it because I'm using these seasonings and I'm sure they have some sodium in them. Okay. Okay, guys. And here it is. So I'm going to drop it in this butter and this oil and sear it. Now, you know how brown you want yours to be. It won't take much on one side, maybe 3 or 4 minutes on each side will do it. Try to put the ones away from me first and try not to splatter. Not quite frying yet, but it will be in a minute. And this is what I'm doing. I don't want to crowd the skillet too much, so I'm not going to put any more in right now. I'm going to put these pieces in a bowl and do the same process with the other chicken. Okay. And let's dry these pieces off. Precious pieces, thank you so much for coming back. Crafty Leo, thank you so much for coming back. I didn't do the chicken when I was in the first time, so came back to do the chicken. Okay, I'm getting the other batch out of the colander, and I'm going to pat it dry as well. Okay, here it is. This is the rest of it. I'm gonna pat it dry as I can get it. My grease was really hot and I turned it off. Now it has to get back up to temp. Okay, try to pat this dry as I can get it. And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil so that my seasonings can stick. Just a little bit, drizzle a little. I have more, but this is all of that. It's probably enough. Okay. Come on, get on up to heat. Okay. Now, yeah, that's enough oil. I'm gonna put some black pepper on this. I didn't put this hand in the bowl. So that's garlic powder, some paprika, some Sazon with saffron. That's this one. It gives a nice flavor. And this is Chef Paul Prudhomme's Magic Poultry Seasoning. And this one is onion powder and Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, just a little bit of that. And I am going to take my right hand and move it around in the bowl. Okay. Now I had some left from the first batch. I'm going to mix with that and just get it all in here together. And as these brown, I will put the rest of them in. But I want you to see how this first batch will look. Oh, let's move the kettle over to this side. This, so I can have some more space here. Okay. Okay, I think I have it mixed really well. Hi, Rob. How are you? Hi, Hildy DC. How are you doing? Tamika Davis. How are you? Odom Homestead. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. Good evening, Miss Patty. Hi, Rob. How are you doing? How is Tanya? Okay, I think I have spoken to everyone in the chat. I'm just coming back to welcome all of you in. I'm just coming back so I can show you what I'm doing with the chicken that I'm going to bake. Not going to hold you as long as you were on today. Just wanted to come back and I'll just put this top on this until I'm ready to add these to the skillet. So now I can take off my gloves until it's time for me to put the rest of the chicken in there. I'll put on more gloves. I like to keep my kitchen area clean over here, my sink. As I cook, I like to clean around here. Everything. I am going to cut up some bell peppers so that when I put it in the oven, I'll have some peppers to put around. Okay. Everybody speak to everybody. Okay. Let's see what we got going here. Let's see, I don't like to crowd the skillet. Give them room to cook. And I am going to put this lid on top and that will speed up the process. So let me get the foil so I can put it in the bottom of the pan here. Let's see. I just had the foil. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to line this pan up with foil. I kind of line my pan with foil here. Turn it up a little bit, kind of speed it up. Okay guys, I am going to, if you have not looked at the video, let me just show you the cornbread because I didn't make it online. Here is the cornbread. Let's see. Had a little sliver of it out here. That's the cornbread. And This other pot is heavy, so I won't be able to pick it up, but I can kind of try and show you what it's looking like, the final product. These will need a little, let me show you the beans. These are the beans. I'll add a little more water or something to those to thin them out. Now I'm going to show you the greens to see what they're looking like. Ooh. And I've already had some, guys. They are so good. I'm trying to get the meat on the spoon so you can see what they look like. Look at this. These are the greens, the finished product, the meat and the greens, and everything is so good. Once I get the chicken done, I will plate the chicken. I may show you on a short, but I just want you to get the basic of what I'm doing. You probably won't see the chicken until later once it comes out of the oven. I won't keep you on to show you that. Okay, this chicken will be really just about done, so it won't take too long in the oven. But just to show you what it's kind of looking like, if you can see this, that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to put it in the oven and it'll brown a little more. But that Sazon gives it that, help to give it that color as well. I'm turning it. Just really trying to sear it some. Just brown it up a little bit before actually putting it in the oven. And it's coming along. Once I get it in the pan, before I put it in the oven, I will show you just what it's looking like. Just trying to. Last November, we fed a group of people, some people that were homeless, some people that lived in an independent living facility for the disabled and the elderly. And I cooked this chicken with rice, and I had English peas and candy yams, and other people brought ham and turkey and potato salad. I'm trying to say, did I make potato salad? Maybe I did. I can't remember, but I know I did the chicken and rice, the green beans, the candied yams. I don't think I did potato salad, but they had potato salad and ham and turkey and dressing, all of that. They had all of that. Hello. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay, so as I started to say, I did the same chicken, baked it, and I did rice with it rather than dressing because others brought dressing. And I think the people thoroughly enjoyed it. At least I didn't do any deliveries, but the people that came there, because we were like on the street in front of a storefront. Well, it was like a group of stores there, not just one store, but a group of stores like Bargain Town and drug stores. It was a service station. We were right next to the service station in front of those little storefronts. And people came and they really enjoyed the meal that we had prepared for them. And I always support a lady who has a nonprofit organization, and we do feeding at different times, Thanksgiving in February, July, just anytime, she knows that she can always count on my daughter and I to come through, as well as a lot of other giving people and people that are compassionate and want to donate to the cause. So my daughter has already contacted her to see if we're going to do it this Thanksgiving. So I don't know yet because she was having some issues, some health issues of her own, and her mother was having some health issues. So I don't know if she'll be able to do it or not. So I'm just in limbo right now. But if we do it, if somebody else take it on or whatever, I will be right there helping. We have to give back to the community. I love doing that. And as I said, it was not just for people on the street. They delivered plates to a home right down the street that used to be a Catholic hospital, and they turned it into a facility years ago for the elderly and disabled. So I think that's a good thing to give them plates and they don't have to cook, and they'd be really grateful. Okay, let's see who we've got here that I haven't spoken to. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Hi, Steve. Welcome back. Albert Miranda, thank you for coming. Thanks to everyone for coming. I haven't made potato salad. I'm making it for the holiday. Okay, I love potato salad, and I love my potato salad. I don't put certain things in my potato salad. I like to put green onion, chop it up, the whole green onion, the white and the green, and that gives it such a different flavor, and I love it, and everybody who eats it loves it. So I'll probably be doing some potato salad too. Do you put green onion in your potato salad, Hilda? Have you ever tried it that way? I don't do the celery. I don't put celery in it. I don't put yellow onion. I don't put bell pepper in it. I put the green onion and the salad, the sweet salad cubes. That is what I put in mine. And the eggs. And some spices. And it be so, so good. Okay, I'm going to take this batch out and let you see just what it looks like here. And I am going to put it in this pan and wait for the other to be done. Move this chopping board, and I can put this pot here, and then I'll be able to put my pan right here. Okay, that will work just fine. But I'm going to let you guys see what it's looking like. Okay, this is what it looks like. I've seared it. I'm going to put it in the pan and put the next batch in here. And see, when you sear it, you really don't have to cook it as long because it's already half done or just about done. Okay. And I will put a little bit of chicken broth in the bottom of the pan. Okay, I got that in. Now I am going to put another batch in. Got some dishes over here that I've already washed and got them draining. So I'm going to Go in with this. This one. Okay. And this is how I bake my chicken. A lot of times I just sear it a little bit. Don't deep fry it, just sear it in a little oil. If you don't want to put any butter in it, you don't have to. And I've got one more batch in here. Okay. And let me put this one over here. And I'm going to let you see it in the pan, what I've already taken out. I want you to see what it looks like. I only got just a little bit more, but I just really want you to see it, see what it looks like. And I know it's flavorful because I put some good flavors, some good spices in it to make good flavor. See this? Just sear it a little. And that's it. And this is what it looks like in the pan. Okay. So guys, I am going to sear the rest of this, but I just wanted you to see what I'm doing and what it's looking like, just to give you some basics, so that if you want to do it this way and use some of the spices that I'm using, just to let you see what the chicken looks like once it is seared. That is why I came back. And what I am going to do, when I get ready to put it in the oven, I am going to put a little bit of this in the pan, the bottom of the pan, the chicken broth, and I am going to cover this with some foil and let it cook for about 35-40 minutes on 375. In all, it'll probably end up cooking for an hour. Then the last 10 or 15 minutes, I will take off the foil and just let it cook the rest of the way that way. And this is how I do it, y'all. This is it. Just put enough broth in it to cover the bottom of the pan. And there you have it. That's it. I will do a short probably and let you see the finished product. Once I get it all out of the oven, I'll probably do a short so you guys can look at it later. But let me take the time to speak to some people that I have not spoken to in the chat. I'm looking at the iPad. Hi, Tammy, CNY. I'm baking chicken, but I'm searing it first. I'm searing the chicken first in a little bit of grapeseed oil with a little, not butter, but Smart Balance. Got about a tablespoon of this in there and a very little of grapeseed oil, not to deep fry it, just enough to sear it, not even enough to cover the whole chicken. And since you came in late, you can go back and look at the seasonings that I use, but I'm going to let you see the first batch that I have seared. And here it is. Here it is. I hope you guys can see it. So I have some cooking in the skillet right now, searing that. And then this is the last of what I have to sear once I take that out. And once I get it all in this pan here, I will put it in the oven. And I have the oven on 375 right now. But you can adjust your temp. It depends on your oven. I don't know, what your temp is, but my oven gets pretty hot. You might want to put yours on 400. I don't know. But at 375, my oven is very hot. So I will put it there, 375, and I will probably set the timer for about, I'll say about 35 minutes. And maybe the last 10 minutes, I will take off the foil from the top of the pan and let it cook for about the last 10 or 15 minutes. In all, I will probably keep it in the oven for maybe an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. It just depends. So you would have to test yours, your temperature, and see how long you will let yours stay. You know your oven, so I can't really tell you how long to let yours stay. But mind you, when I sear it, it's halfway done already because these are chicken drumettes and it's not going to take them long. But I'm just going to run it in the oven and they will not be dry or anything. As I said, I will add the chicken broth to the bottom of the pan so they won't stick. So that's what I'm cooking right now, Tammy, CNY. Let's see. Who else did I miss? Cheryl Wilkinson. Thank you so much. Please set a place at the table for me. I surely will. Panama City, how are you? So happy to see you. So happy that you could come in, Sugar Daddy. Steve Gilmore, Crafty Leo, and I thank you, Crafty Leo, for being in earlier. Tamika Davis, I thank all of you that came back for the final cooking. And tomorrow, I will be baking the cake. And I told you about the cake in the first video, so I won't go over that again. But I will do that tomorrow, and I will probably bring you in to bake with me. I'm not sure of the time. I don't know, because I'm supposed to be going to the pumpkin patch with my daughter and grandsons. So I don't know what time I'll be baking this cake. The cake won't take long. It's not a pound cake or anything, so it won't take that long, but I will have some footage for you guys from the pumpkin patch tomorrow. I may bake the cake when I come back, unless I get up early in the morning. I don't know yet, but I will let you guys know. Try to let you know at least probably an hour or so before. Yes, I do have a busy day. Hi, Joyful Julie. How are you? So happy to see you. We love these videos, Miss Patty. Please keep them coming. Can't wait to see the cake. Yummy. Yes, and it is not going to be a very sweet cake. This recipe is one that is recommended if you go to Weight Watchers. And I went to Weight Watchers years ago. Generally, when I bake a pound cake, I do it all from scratch. But this is the cake mix that I will be using. It's going to be an angel food cake mix. And it's by Betty Crocker. You just add water. But y'all know I will probably put some flavoring of some sort in it. But it's very simple. Just follow the directions. And then you will add the crushed pineapples in it. And it only takes about 35 to 40 minutes or so, give or take, to make. So it's not hard at all. And I don't know if I will make 2 loaf cakes or if I will just make maybe, I don't know, 8 by something, 9 by 12 or something like that. I don't know, but I will let you guys know once I'm doing it. So let me see how this is coming along. Let me kind of move this out of your way so you can see the stove. Yeah, turning these over. And I am going to cut up some bell pepper and put in here. before I put it in the oven. So I'm turning this chicken just as I did the other. Seared on top and baked the rest of the way in the oven. And as you can see, this is what it's looking like. But I've shown you anyway, so I'll let that stay in for another few minutes. And then I'll add it to the pan and then do the rest. So I don't see any need to keep you waiting for that process. Once I get it from the oven and it's done, I will probably do a short and let you see it, or I will plate it with the other food and let you see it. But anywho, this is it. I'm going to give you another quick look at the chicken in the pan so you can see how it's looking since it's been seared. And what helps to give it that color is I use this, and it is so good. It is so good for your chicken. I don't know who uses this. And then also I add a little smoked paprika, and that's how it gets its color, mainly from this. The paprika is colorful, but this is colorful and flavorful. So that's it, guys. And don't forget to thumbs up the live. Make a comment after the video, the live, I'm sorry, make a comment. Go to my channel and make a comment. If you make a comment, I will click right on and come to your channel and watch some of your content. And that way I don't have to try to remember who all was in the chat, who I need to go and support and show some love. Some I can remember, some I may not remember. Hi, Callie King, how are you? Thank you so much, Callie King, for running my PL, and I'm still running yours. I'm gonna, the iPad, the other iPad is on charge right now, but I'm going to run you some more tonight. And it's an older iPad, so I start and stop. I may do 10 videos, I may do 5, depending on if it's an hour long or 2 hours long. And then I let the iPad cool off because I want to continue to help you guys with your hours. And I kind of have you in rotation right now. I'm doing you. I did some of Sweet Ree's before I got started on you. I'm going to show love to Keena Craves as well. And as everybody I see still needing that support. And if you're supporting me as well, I am surely going to come and help you out to help you get your WH as well. I appreciate you all. Crafty Leo Sugar Daddy, I'm looking forward to my plate. Okay, Crafty Leo, all of you can get a plate. I'm looking forward to the finished product. Stay in tune, say and soon. Okay. Yes, I'm going to show you the finished product, but I'm not going to keep you on here because this has to sear and go in the oven. And this has to sear in this container and go into the oven. Then it has to stay in the oven for the length of time that it's going to stay in there. So I'm not going to keep you on here waiting for it to come from the oven. And remember, I am going to chop up some, not finely chop up, but chop some green bell pepper and put on there. And I'm going to look in the freezer. I may have some red peppers in the freezer, so I will do that as well. I'll put that on there. I think I have 2 or 3 peppers from my little porch garden that I will use. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks to all of you for coming in. I kind of told you guys I would probably come back and do a video. I started to just do a video, but I said I would do a live so that you could interact and just see what I'm doing. And if you had questions, I could try and answer your questions or just tell you what I'm doing. And as I always say, you may not like some of the seasonings that I like and that I use. Use the seasonings of your choice, whatever you like, whatever your palate calls for. Use those seasonings. Don't use the seasonings because you think this is the only way. It's not. Use what you want. Now, I will tell you, if you are accustomed to using Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, be easy with this because it is potent. You don't want to use too much. Use a little at a time because it doesn't take a lot to have the flavor that you're looking for. You don't want to overpower your flavor. You want flavor. You're not trying to get it hot, 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 spicy, spicy, spicy. You just want to have some flavor. If you want a little spicier, but if you're just new using it, test it before you start going in, with a lot of it. Just want to tell you that a little bit. Okay, guys, I am so happy, not sorry, so happy that you all could come in and spend this time with me. I really appreciate you all. And I am going to get off. No need to keep you waiting. You see the basic of what I'm doing, and that is all it is to it. Cooking is trial and error, and I can cook the same dish and cook it different ways at different times. So it's no set way. It is your way, whatever you like and however you want to do it. You do it your way. And it's nothing carved in stone that you have to cook this same chicken the same way I'm doing it. You may want to start your chicken in the oven, and I do that too sometimes. I don't always sear my chicken. I'll just season it up really well and cover it and put it in the oven and let the oven just do what it's going to do. So it's no set way, no right or wrong. You do it your way. I just want to give you some basics, to share with you how I cook some dishes. Next time you see me cooking this, or if you go back and look at some older videos, you will see that I did it differently. So, it's an art. You can make it as pretty as you want to. You can doctor it up. You can garnish it and whatever else you want to do with it. Make it pretty, as I said, but do it your way. That's all I'm saying. Do it the way you like it. Corvette, CB girl, how are you? So happy that you could come and share this time. I can't wait to see the finished product. Have a great evening, everyone. You have a great evening too. Crafty Leon, everybody, great evening to all of you. Great weekend. I'm going to get ready and get off now. You have the basics, and if you have to, I appreciate everybody who will watch the replay, everybody who is in the background watching because you're busy. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to end. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you and makes his face to shine upon you, and everyone. So I will talk to you guys on the next one. I will probably be doing some footage when I go to the pumpkin patch tomorrow, but I will see you guys on the next one. Bye now.